I'm not going to talk about Saturday because who wants to go back through that? But it's about the reaction to it, and as much as you can't know until tomorrow at 3 how it is, are you happy with what you've seen on the training ground?
Yeah, very much so. I think as well, I don't want to put Saturday under the bin. You know, I had a bad day, my players had a bad day. It's as simple as that. You know, but like you said, there, it's how we react Saturday. I think in the context, with 2 defeats in 11 with a lot of wins in there as well. So we have to look at the bigger picture, and we have to bounce back Saturday. So we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's only a game and a half, isn't it, realistically? Because the first half at Walsall, I can't imagine you were too unhappy with that.
No, listen, it's a process of working with a group. Things don't happen quickly. There's always going to be speed bumps in the road. There's always going to be disappointments through the course of the season, and it's always how you react from that. So we've been fully focused. We put it to bed. We reviewed it on the Monday. Put it to bed. I had accountability for it. Not a problem. The boys responded well over the training week. So look forward to tomorrow's game.
Yeah. And as a manager, head coach, I guess you do all of your work, and you're right. It's the processes, but until you see it out on the pitch, I guess you've always got that. Is it going to be the way that I want it to be in terms of that reaction?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the modern day games, it's a minefield now, isn't it? With the social media, the reactions, and the courses of how football works now, and you just gotta stay strong with it, adapt to it, and just get on with it. To be honest with you, because the next result's always just round the corner, and you just focus on that. It's something I've done for the 700 games I nearly manage now. I just focus on the next game. I really do. The disappointment of Saturday will soon be forgotten if we can put on a good performance tomorrow.
Yeah. And that must have changed a little bit from starting at Salisbury through to now, in terms of football's always been impatient. It's a results business, and we all know that. But realistically, the amount of time, the way that managers get changed, the lack of patience seems to have got worse.
Yeah, but there's no point crying about it. I think that, listen, you go, I do member of the LMA leadership things, and you go on all these seminars, and everything tells you about how you need to build things. Takes time to build cultures and environments. But the reality is, in the football world, is you got to win, and you got to win quick. So no point crying about it. You're not going anywhere. I don't think it's right. I never have thought it's right. You see managers up and down the country under pressure. In 2-3 months, it gets a bit on the borderline ridiculous. But that's the nature of the beast, and we know what we take on in this role. You've got to win football games. It doesn't matter what your budget is, what club you're at. I say this to a lot of head coaches and managers. We can have as many coping mechanisms as you want in this modern day game. You just got to win. And there's no hiding around that fact.
Yeah, and I think there are some players get that more than others. Kind of thing. There are certain players that will do anything, run through brick walls, is the old sort of the cliche, isn't it? But do that and find a way to get results, and getting enough of those in your team, I would imagine, is one of those things that you need to do.
Yeah, always the case. You want to keep that momentum, but like I said, if you look at it as a game and a half, that's it's 2 defeats in the league on the spin. But then you look at 2 defeats in 11, won 7, drew 2, lost 2. So it depends where your cup's at, isn't it? People look at it, and for me is that I don't particularly do that. You know what I'm like, Ed. I've worked. You've interviewed me many times. I'm straight on to the next game. After a review, and I think that's the focus. I try and get in the building, to be honest, with my players. Yes, there was a lot of disappointment. Obviously, the training week's been good, though. The response has been good. We've had behind a practice match within ourselves as well this week. We believe we've done some good work on the grass, and then it's ready to show.
I'm not a big one for getting bogged down with systems and stuff, but fans have definitely picked up on the sort of the results with a back four have been much better than with a back three, back five, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. What's your assessment of that?
Yeah, listen, I understand that. That's why we love the game. I think if you look at it in context, we have picked up some results when we changed to a 3, but as a back 4, the group's shown flexibility within the course of that. I have to look at it and think, okay, did that work? And then we assess it and we move on. So it'll be interesting to see how we go further afield. There's different options that the squad can do. They've been pretty flexible with that. Maybe we need a little bit more consistency of what we're working at. I think that'll help the group, and we'll see what tomorrow brings.
Which is Tranmere, of course. What are you expecting from them?
I think we all know how competitive the league is. They're not on the great run, but this is no disrespect. Like I said last week, and like I say most weeks, it's we respect the opposition, but it's what we do. We performed pretty badly in our last home game. We want to put in a performance for our own fans so that we can get on that positive train again.
Thank you very much.
Just one from the FA Cup draw this week as well. Happy with the draw? Well, I guess just what's your assessment on Bromley away?
Yeah, listen, Bromley away. The cup draw is a cup draw, isn't it? It always brings up, would I pick Bromley away? It's a tough game, tough place to go. I haven't really thought a lot about it. We've got 2 important league games to go, and we'll assess that this week. So certainly Bromley is a football club. I think they've done really, really well. I think the manager's done a cracking job there. Very competitive, very physical, very direct. It's going to be a tough away trip, but it's a cup competition I want to do well in, and look forward to it when it comes round.
Well, Ryan, how are you? I guess when you come into a club, you make a good impact. Had a bit of an injury. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good now. It was obviously disappointing to get the injury when I did, but luckily it wasn't too much of a long one. So yeah, just happy to be back now.
Yeah, and I guess particularly when you're trying to make an impression with fans, with teammates, all the rest of it, just being available for the first 6 months is a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. You want to be available for every game, really. And any time you get an injury is not ideal. But yeah, I think now that I'm back, obviously played the Cheltenham game. So yeah, hopefully can start to get a few games and build that up in front of the fans.
Yeah. And well, you tell me, I'd imagine you were relatively happy with what you've done on the pitch so far?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah. I think when I played, obviously at the start of the season, we were in a tough bit of form. But I think it's picked up, and certainly the winning the cup against Cheltenham gets us through. So it's an opportunity to play more games in that cup.
Yeah, and I guess that's important at a time when, even with injuries, competition for place is always going to be tough, isn't it? So you don't want to be sort of having your minutes too restricted, do you?
Oh yeah, definitely. There's great competition in the squad. I've got a very good squad. So I think whenever you get the chance, you got to take it. And if injuries come up and stuff, it can happen to anyone really. So you just always got to be ready. Yeah,
and for you, I guess, it must be a good thing that you've got a couple of different positions you can play in. Sometimes that can be a bit of a curse because you don't nail one down. How do you feel about all that?
It can be a good thing or a bad thing. Obviously, being available to play in any position if there's injuries or just if you're needed to cover somewhere can definitely be a good thing. But yeah, I don't think it's too much of a bad thing if you've not got one nailed down position. I think any time on the pitch is good, really.
Yeah, just getting in the team is the main job, isn't it, frankly? It's been a really good sort of month or two, and then obviously the last game and a half haven't quite gone the way that you would have wanted to as a club. What's it been like on the training ground this week in terms of, I'm sure, a real mood to try and put that right?
Yeah, we came back in on Monday, reviewed the game, and straight away we've been looking towards Tranmere at the weekend. We've been working really hard this week, just hoping to put that right on Saturday.
Yeah, and you've seen a decent number of League Two teams. And what have you made of the sort of the standard, the quality of the division?
Yeah, it's high. It's going to be tough for any team to get promoted this season. I think we've just got to keep taking it game by game, and hopefully the results will come.
Yeah, and particularly, I suppose, after the last 10 minutes of that last game where it sort of got away from the other team, but having another game at home relatively quickly afterwards, that can only be a good thing.
Yeah, definitely. It's a chance to put right what went wrong last week and try and get 3 points on the board.
Yeah, and just get that sort of run restarted again, because realistically, if you can put 2 or 3 of those together over the course of a season, that's going to get you pretty near where you want to get to.
Yeah, definitely. There's so many games in this league. If you get on a few little runs, of wins here and there, you can so easily shoot up and down the table. So hopefully we'll just be going up from now.